Welcome to the Elon University School of Law Commencement. In the unlikely event of an emergency during today's ceremony, an announcement will be made from the stage. Exits are clearly marked, and our staff will guide you as needed. If you need assistance at any time, don't hesitate to reach out to an Elon staff member. For those that are able, please stand for the processional.
Welcome. The Elon University School of Law faculty proudly presents the class of 2025.
Good morning. Would you please join me in a moment of reflection? Gracious and loving presence, may we anchor ourselves in the wisdom of Howard Thurman, who wrote, "There is something in every one of you that awaits and listens for the sound of the genuine." As these graduates stand at the threshold of their lives' next chapters, may they learn to listen for that quiet inner sound, the one that rises beneath noise and ambition, the one that calls them back to conscience, compassion, and clarity. May that sound be their true north, steadying them when the world grows loud. Bless their minds with discernment, their words with truth, and their decisions with humility. Remind them that the law is not the only text and precedent, but a living story carried in human hands, shaped by breath, sorrow, hope, and the unyielding dignity of every person. Grant them resilience when the path is thorned, imagination when things seem immovable, and a courage that bends gently but firmly toward justice. May they hear, even in uncertainty, the whisper that says, "Act with integrity, uphold the vulnerable, repair the world where you can." And as they move into the wide terrain of courtrooms and communities, may they walk as those who know the sacred weight of justice. And before we conclude, we pause to remember Grayson Rem, a beloved classmate whose life ended far too soon. Grayson remains a part of this community, and we hold in our hearts today and always his family who are with us in this moment here, honoring their presence and the love that surrounds them. And so at this time, I invite all of us to join in a moment of silence to remember Grayson, to honor his life, and to surround his family with our collective care. Amen.
Please join me in singing the national anthem. You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Rebecca Bailey, and I have had the privilege of serving as the Student Bar Association president. I'm honored to be the first to welcome you to this joyous occasion. I'm also filled with gratitude that because of Elon's culture of collaboration and community, I can look out at my fellow graduates and appreciate each of you. There are not enough words in the English language to describe the weight of this moment for everyone present here today. I invite everyone here to truly soak in this moment and to fasten yourselves to the reality of this achievement. To the parents of our graduates, we say welcome. Your investment in our future is what allowed this day to come to fruition. You listened to us grumble about GPAs and LSAT scores and internships and applications. Now, at least you can say, let me call my lawyer. While your support remains necessary as we begin our bar study, allow yourself to treasure the moment your child's dreams came true. To our spouses, significant others, friends, family, and loved ones, you watched as a spark, a passion for service ignited into a fierce pursuit of law and justice. Your grace in the hard times and praise in the good times is what carried us to the finish line. Welcome to the starting line, where that passion becomes action. To every member of the Elon Law faculty and staff, I know I speak for the entire class in saying your advocacy, care, and support are the reason any of us are here today. Our success is your success. This is a victorious day for the class of 2025, but an even greater victory for you who undergirded our education. Thank you for the weekend office hours appointments, merciful cold calls, and making us believe that we belonged. Welcome and thank you. Just 2.5 years ago, we were sitting in these very seats. Our greatest fear was learning how to IRAC and figuring out what a tort was. Now we are prepared, equipped, and well able to enter a truly noble profession. We have persevered and we have conquered. Congratulations, class of 2025, and welcome to the culmination of all you have worked for in the beginning of your next great adventure. Thank you.
Good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Anderson Rowe, and I want to thank the Honorable Justice Berger, President Book, the esteemed Elon Law faculty and staff, visiting family and friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025 for being here today. First, I want to thank my classmates for giving me the honor of representing you. Maya Angelou once said, people may forget what you said, people may forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. I can assure you that I will never forget how you made me feel by choosing me to speak here today on your behalf. In my short 38 years, this is one of the greatest honors of my life. It's also a little bit of a surprise. When I told my wife you had picked me, the look on her face was about the same level of shock as when I told her I was quitting my job in construction and going to law school. I can't believe these past 2.5 years have gone by so quickly. One thing I definitely won't miss are the cold calls, and I'm sure most of you can agree. It seems like just yesterday I was trying my best to hide behind my book in Dean Perkins' class to prevent her from calling on me about the Erie Doctrine, but we all know her note cards took no prisoners. Then, in a flash, we flew through trimesters of class, appellate briefs, oral arguments, internships, clerkships, residencies, and learned the incredible value of the phrase, "It depends." Some of our class represented Elon Law in activities like moot court, mock trial, law review, We the People, community clinics, and a host of other clubs and organizations. We never let competition or an incredible workload get in the way of what we were trying to achieve, and I never once saw a classmate turn their back on a classmate in need. And now, here we are, the class of 2025 on our graduation day. When we started in 2023, our class was the largest in the history of Elon Law. We are a diverse group representing 92 different colleges and universities from across the country. We represent an assortment of races, creeds, ethnicities, and backgrounds. We have classmates who have come straight from undergrad, classmates who have advanced degrees, and some classmates who just started a new path a little later in life. Some of us started this journey with children, and some of us even became parents along the way. People sometimes ask me, how do you study when you have a kid, much less 4? The answer is, you have to find your why. Mine is sitting in the audience today. if it wasn't for the unwavering support of my wife and the unconditional, love of my kids, I wouldn't be standing here today. Even if you don't have a spouse or kids, you still have a why that has pushed you to finish this journey. Maybe you're the first in your family to finish law school and you're making them proud. Maybe you've come from a long line of attorneys and you're continuing a family legacy. None of us made it here alone. We all had someone in our corner. Whatever your reason, that why has carried each of us through our challenges, like learning how to handle imposter syndrome, our accelerated curriculum, financial pressures, and even loss. Some of the friends we made along the way aren't here with us today, and we will always remember them. But our class isn't one that lets challenges define who we are. We're a class that turns them into strength and fuel for the next step. And this graduation, this moment right now, is just the first step in a long line of steps we'll take towards making a positive impact on the world. When I served in the Army, I was always told to take note of things I wanted to change, and that as I was promoted, I'd be in a position to make those changes. Well, today, we got our promotion. It's now our duty to serve justice with compassion and integrity wherever life takes us. With this Juris Doctor degree, we now have the opportunity to go into our communities, organizations, and workplaces and be the change that we want to see, to lead with empathy, courage, and a sense of service. The world we're stepping into needs more than just good lawyers. It needs good people who practice law. It needs you. I'd say we've earned a little rest, but I don't want Dean Kramer to kick me off the stage. Besides, I know we'll all be back studying for the bar tomorrow morning. So I'll conclude with the following. To my classmates, the strangers who have become friends, and friends who have become family. Sorry. My challenge to us all is this: crush the bar exam. One and done. Find work that inspires you. Use your voice to make a difference, and never, ever forget your why. Congratulations.
Students, colleagues, assembled and appreciated guests, and those watching from home, there are two challenges associated with presenting this award today. One begins this year and is a source of sadness, and one is perennial and is a source of joy. As of this year's graduating class, this honor, for which nominations are submitted by law school students, faculty, and staff, and whose criteria focus on academic success, sound judgment, high promise, and dedicated commitment to leadership and service, becomes a memorial award. As many of us know, David Gergen, the founding and longtime chair of the law school's Board of Advisors, passed away this summer at the age of 83. Many of us also know that David did so much for this law school over the past 20 years, but none of us can truly know exactly how much, because of the many things that David did that we never saw or heard. The leadership fellow whose capstone project he advised, the aside to a friend or a colleague that was really a seed planted. How many times must David had said during a coffee break at a meeting or in a television studio, "Let me tell you about this new law school in Greensboro, North Carolina, and all the great things that are happening there." We might all still be here if not for David Gergen, although one could well conclude we wouldn't. But what is indisputable is that we have much less to be proud of while we are here. So thank you one more time from Elon University and Elon Law to David Gergen. May his memory guide us as much as his presence did. Now to the joy. The reason I am in this difficult position is because it is impossible to give this award without giving away who won before I say their name. That is because to you all in the bleachers, the list of accomplishments I'm about to recite are an impressive record of achievement, diligence, and even kindness. But to the students sitting in front of me, each item on that list, each compliment from a nominator is a potential spoiler. Each one will stack on top of the other, pointing in the direction of the right answer well in advance of my big reveal, like the arrows on a Chris Siefke hearsay exception flowchart. So, to the audience, if you all want to have fun for the next few minutes as you listen to me, look down here. See if you can notice the first scattered bubbles of recognition pop up among the students, my colleagues to my left, and the many staff members who are scattered throughout this gymnasium. Then watch as that recognition passes through the group of them from a whisper to a wave. If you have always wondered what it would be like to watch 200 people play the children's game Guess Who at the same time, then get ready, because here we go. Let's start flipping some tiles. Those who know this year's recipient of the Gergen Award describe her as, quote, kind, inclusive, generous, and a community builder. She has played vital leadership roles in the Elon Law Pro Bono Board, the mentoring program, and the Law Review Symposium. Her service has been aimed at one overarching goal: to make Elon Law better for students and the entire community. As one nominator put it, quote, she has gone out of her way to support incoming classes, not only by helping students manage the early days of their own legal studies, but also by helping them find themselves beyond the classroom, by connecting them to pro bono work supporting the larger community. Through the Pro Bono Board, this year's recipient has worked tirelessly to provide students with opportunities to volunteer their time and effort to important causes in the central North Carolina area. Flip, flip, flip. She helped to develop and secure a partnership with Safe Alliance to help victims of domestic abuse. She also spearheaded a power of attorney workshop dedicated to helping those who have faced increasing difficulty with immigration, as well as a Wills for Heroes clinic to provide legal services to service members and to engage our Flex students in Charlotte. A faculty nominator noted that as a student, quote, she has been an active participant in every class I've had with her, providing great insight for class discussions. Her work as a teaching assistant in several classes has also enabled her to work directly with students to support them as they found their footing in each class. As another nominator put it, the award winner's track record of advocacy and leadership predicts that she will continue to do pro bono work post-graduation and will be a lawyer who prioritizes service, which is at both the root and the heart of the practice of law. Finally, the last comment about our honoree, taken under point of presenter's privilege, is mine. When you have a student who is just as invested in the success of her classmates and of the institution as she is in her own, it is a rare and fortunate thing. The Class of 2025 David Gergen Award for Leadership and Professionalism winner is your favorite zoology major and mine, Sonia Pangare.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to introduce Justice Phil Berger, Jr., someone whose service to North Carolina has touched nearly every level of our judicial system. After a stint in private practice, Justice Berger began his public service as a prosecutor. He served as an administrative law judge and then as a judge on the Court of Appeals. And now, as a justice of the North Carolina Supreme Court, he is known for clarity, discipline, and a deep respect for the rule of law. But here at Elon Law, that distinguished resume is only part of the story. In our building, he is a teacher who shows up early, stays late, and brings the courtroom into the classroom with purpose. His students describe it better than I can, and so I will quote from his teaching evaluations. One wrote simply, "He is an awesome teacher." Another said it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience to learn from a North Carolina Supreme Court justice, and he made evidence come alive with real-world examples. Other students praise his enthusiasm every day, his hands-on learning style, and the way he cares deeply about the success of every student. They all see what we see, a justice who arranges his schedule to meet with students, who is approachable and responsive, and who uses his experience on the bench to show how the law really works. So yes, he sits on our highest court. But here at Elon Law, Justice Berger is an educator committed to teaching well and investing in the next generation of lawyers. Please join me in welcoming Justice Phil Berger, Jr.
Good morning, and thank you, Dean Kramer. I'm not sure how my mom's email is qualified as student evaluations, but that's very kind. Good morning again, President Book, members of the Elon University Administration, Dean Kramer, faculty and staff of the law school, family and friends, and graduates. Right? What an honor it is to be with you today, and what a moment. All the work, all the studying, all the energy drinks, right? I am so proud of each and every one of you. You know, I've taught many of you in the classroom. I've graded your papers. I've questioned your analysis. Some of you have interned in my chambers or had your residency with me. Hopefully, at some point along the way, I've sharpened your skills just a bit, hopefully. And while I don't know all of you, I do know that each of you has an amazing story of your journey to and through Elon. And now here you are. You made it through law school. You're all robed up. Family and friends, these pictures are going to look amazing. You're going to love it. They look very sharp. But you're standing at the edge of a career that's in a profession that will demand so much of you, but it can give back too. So I want to spend just a few minutes telling you a story. A friend of mine who served in the 82nd Airborne named Dan Holloway tells it often. And if you've taken one of my classes, you've heard it at some point, but I think it illustrates what we should do as lawyers and as human beings. But before I do, I thought this was a unique story. When I sent my remarks in for review, Dean Kramer goes, "Oh yeah, I heard that story years ago on the television show The West Wing." So if this story is new to you, I hope you like it. And if you've heard it before, you know, just pretend like this is the best version you'll ever see and hear. But a man falls into a well, and it's deep, and it's dark, and he's all alone, and he's stuck. And he calls out for help. So a preacher walks by, and he looks down, and he sees the man in the bottom of the well, and he says, I'll pray for you, my son. And having done his part, he walks on by. And a doctor hears the man crying for help as well, and he walks up. And he sees the man in the bottom of the well, and he writes a prescription. And he goes, "You look like you're injured." And he drops the prescription in the well, and having done his part, he walks on by. Now, this is not to demean doctors or preachers in any way. It's just lawyers take the brunt of jokes and comments, so we'll share the wealth just a little bit today. But the man in the well is continuing to cry out. And someone hears his cries, and he walks by, and he looks in the well. And without thinking, the man jumps in the well. And the guy who's been stuck there goes, "What on earth are you doing? Now we're both stuck down here." And the man who jumped in said, "Yeah, but I've been here before and I know the way out." I love that story. And when you enter the profession, you will be walking by wells every day of your career. You'll hear cries for help. You'll see pain and suffering. You'll move through broken systems with broken people and broken promises. And you have a choice to jump in that well. Now, there are plenty of bystanders and do-gooders in the world that are more than happy to tell you what should be done. What our profession needs are more people who are willing to get in that well. Because if you're not willing to jump in, what was the purpose of the last 2.5 years? That was the whole point of briefing cases, outlining subjects, late night studying, residencies, internships. You weren't trained just to know the law. We've got AI for that. You're trained to use the law, to serve with it, to fight with it, to preserve liberty with it. And whether you intend to work in transactional law, playing golf is work in transactional law, or you want to practice in the trenches, right? Your work will impact lives, change communities, and a very few of you will have the opportunity to place your hand on the future of this state and this great nation. And that's because this well is everywhere, especially if you're in rural North Carolina. The single mother losing her home to foreclosure, the small-town defendant with no counsel and no idea what's going on, or the kid facing charges who's never had an adult show up for him in his life. And this profession, your profession, will break your heart, because for so many, the human story is one of tragedy, of hopelessness, of the man in the bottom of the well. But this profession can be a light in the darkness if you keep jumping in. And for those of you who do, you'll add meaning to your career, purpose to your life, and your impact can be generational. Professor Ben Johnson at the University of Florida, the law school there, he said it this way, and so all you transactional folks don't feel left out and think I was picking on you earlier. In the corporate sphere, we get to create institutions that will provide benefits which will survive the test of time. In other words, you're not just helping someone's today, you're building someone's tomorrow. And your work, it can endure, and it can help people long after you leave this earth. So I have 3 takeaways from our story about the man in the well. First, when you have a choice, choose the more interesting option. Who do you think had a better story when they went home for dinner that night? The preacher, the doctor, or the person who really helped? You will be offered jobs with cool titles and predictable pathways, but the choice that makes your palms sweat, that's probably where you'll learn more, meet real people with real problems, probably where you'll matter more. So jump in for the hard cases, the unpopular causes, because that's where the best stories are anyway. Second, titles don't make the person. In our story, we don't know anything about the person who jumped in that well. We don't know his background, his education. We don't know if he was a saint or a sinner. We don't know if he was first or last in his law school class. It does not matter. What matters is your worth, and your worth doesn't come from what you do, or your worth, sorry, that was a big slip up, wasn't it? Your work actually comes from what you do. It doesn't come from what you are. So don't put too much stock in titles or credentials, yours or anyone else's. It's good to have a title that people respect, but it's better to be someone who does something with it. And finally, jumping in is how you build things that last. When you take real action, you're not just solving a temporary problem, you're changing lives and building foundations. The world will not change just because you walk by the well. It'll only change if you jump in. So I'll stop talking now so you can start studying for the bar. All right. Still got that little hurdle. But before you do, enjoy today. Breathe in this wonderful accomplishment. And take just a moment to reflect on all of those people who throughout your lives jumped in that well for you to make today possible. Congratulations.
Thank you, Justice Berger, for sharing your insights with our students. As they graduate and head out into the world, remembering the advice that you framed around a well, and choosing to show up for the people who need them the most, serve the issues that matter more, and jump in to pursue the harder causes, will inform them as they create meaningful change throughout their careers. I'm confident that the students graduating today will pursue lives of purpose, and I appreciate your contribution to today's ceremony. Now I have the pleasure of presenting the candidates for conferral of degrees. All candidates for the Juris Doctor degree will please stand. Madam President, those who stand before you have fulfilled all of the requirements, both as to the quantity and quality for the Juris Doctor degree. It is my pleasure to present them for conferral of their degree.
By virtue of the authority of the state of North Carolina, vested in me through the Board of Trustees of Elon University, I confer upon you as a graduating class and as individuals the degree of Juris Doctor, which entitles you to all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Please be seated. The following students have completed the requirements for the Juris Doctorate degree. Rebecca Bailey, International Academy of Trial Lawyers Student Advocacy Award, Order of Barristers. Marcella McIntyre, North Carolina Advocates for Justice Award, Order of Barristers. Anderson Rowe, Elizabeth Allred, Chloe Bay Anderson, Christian Anderson, Erica Araco Anya, Ethan Badine, John Denny Bailey Jr., magna cum laude. Ashley Cecilia Bell. Bianca Blanks. Elizabeth Bradley, cum laude, Order of Barristers. Karen Mackenzie Brannon. Holden Bryant. Elizabeth Bullens. Joshua Daniel Bergen. Jack Patrick Kalan. Juliana Esther Clark, W.L. Monroe Christian Education and Personality Award. Ashley Clayton. Jackson Clough. Jesse Alexander Collin. Matthew Harrison Cornell. Alexis Nicole Croce. Whitney Malen Cronin, cum laude. Robert Crowder III. David Cruz Reyes. Stephen Canane. Julia Cunningham. Chase Duran. Landon Kyle Eckerd, Order of Barristers. Liam Edsel. Frank Edwards. Anthony Figueroa. Shay Alexander Floyd. April Nicole Franklin. Michael Giannichini. Madison Gilbert. Jackie S. Gill. Kelsey Green. Diana Guevara Reyes. Quentin Haley. Carter Hall. Allison Hanlon. Madison Harold. Adriana Hernandez Ordonez, Order of Barristers. Andrew Hess. Lily Hester. Jordan Channing Holloway. Kimberly Huffman. Olivia Joandria Hughes, magna cum laude. Frederick Hulse. Salvatore Internicola. I tried. Molly Irwin. Bree Izquierdo. Zach Jackson. Sierra Rose Jarrett. Celia Barkley Jones. Madeline Kern. Lily Claire Keegan. Tommy Kropp. Brian Alexander Kramer. Justin Creamer. Sadie Lambert. Gianna Renee Landrum. Nyla Lewis. Caroline Moffett Lawn, Order of Barristers. McKenna Longo, magna cum laude, Order of Barristers. Sophia Maratellos. Daniel Marshall. Alicia Mathewson, the North Carolina chapter of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers Award. Jacqueline Yates May, magna cum laude. Michael James McClellan. Caitlin McConnell. Maggie McDonald. Haley McGregor. Dimitri McKenney. Madeline Mayer. Brianna Miller, cum laude. Summer Jane Miller. Caitlin Mullins, summa cum laude. Ashley Myers, Order of Barristers. Harrison Penn Nugent, cum laude. Adnan Omer. Delaney O'Neill, cum laude. Jace Ortman. Laura Elizabeth Overcamp, cum laude. Callie Elizabeth Owens. Jamie Palmer Higdon, cum laude. Michael L. Rich Memorial Award for Excellence in Criminal Law Studies. Sonia Pingari, cum laude. Lindsay Parsons, magna cum laude. Rima Munish Patel, Clinical Legal Education Association Outstanding Student Award. Kaylin Lace Purdue. Ashton Perrett Gentile. Lily Peterson. Taylor Faye Rathbone. Samantha Reed, cum laude. Gabriella Nicole Reynolds. Tristan Reynolds. Hannah Riley. Cameron Reardon, cum laude. Jay Rivenbark. Sanaya Akanyel Robinson, Order of Barristers. Taylor Rockwood, magna cum laude. JC Romero. Riley Ann Ruddiman. Sarah Grace Ruffin. Gavin Elliott Russell. Millennium Russell, National Association of Women Lawyers recognition. McKinley Elizabeth Sanders. Ivy Schofield, summa cum laude. Jaden Shutt. Emma Seegers. Darcy Sharp, magna cum laude. Anne Estella Shepard. Tyler Austin Sherrill, cum laude. Julia Young Shoemate. Christopher Siefke. Jenny Lee Slater. Catherine Snyder. Austin South. Savannah Rebecca Stenson, Order of Barristers. Micah Salome Stone. Taylor Striley, Clinical Legal Education Association Outstanding Externship Student Award. Kristen Nicole Swilly. Nathan Bryant Tessau. Anna Thomas. Hannah Thompson. Bridget Kildare Tourneau. Carrington Wallace. Spencer Watkins. Sophie White. Aaliyah Williams. Trevor Williams. Brendan Wood. Gavin J. Woolard. Adam Zebsida. Please join me in congratulating, as you are, the class of 2025.
Will the class of 2025 please rise? Members of the class of 2025, today we celebrate your achievements and the remarkable journey that brought you to this moment. This is a day of joy, reflection, and anticipation for all that lies ahead. You stand here because of years of determination, your resilience, and your purpose. When you chose Elon Law, you chose a community that believes deeply in learning by doing. A law school nationally recognized for preparing students not only to understand the law, but to use it in service to others. From day one, you stepped into a curriculum built around professionalism and real-world engagement. You immersed yourselves in clinics, competitions, residencies, and team-based projects that asked you to think critically, advocate confidently, and solve problems with empathy and clarity. Through these experiences, you discovered what it means to be not just a student of the law, but a steward of justice. Today, you are ready. You enter the profession at a moment when the practice of law is evolving rapidly, shaped by new technologies, shifting expectations, and the pressing need for ethical judgment in a fast-moving world. At a time when discourse can be divided and disagreements feel sharp, the legal profession needs practitioners like you who model civility, clarity, and respect. Your ability to listen deeply and advocate honorably and engage constructively will strengthen both the profession and the communities you serve. The challenges of our times remind us that the law is more than a set of rules. It is a promise that we make to one another. As graduates of Elon Law, you are entrusted with advancing that promise, ensuring our systems remain fair, accessible, and worthy of public trust. You are ready, and we have every confidence in your bright future. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you for the important work that you will do with your Elon Law degree. For our guest, Elon is Hebrew for oak. The oak has always symbolized Elon's enduring strength, and today that strength becomes a part of our Elon Law graduates' story. May this sapling remind you that leadership grows from deep roots, honesty, humility, and a commitment to what is just. Wherever your careers take you, carry with you the lessons, relationships, and values that you cultivated here at Elon. Remember that we are forever connected by these values. You, me, your classmates, the faculty, the staff, and the entire Elon Law community. May your diploma hold a place of honor in your home or office, a reminder not only of what you accomplished, but of the responsibility you now carry as guardians of justice and contributors to a better world. Congratulations, class of 2025. Your future is bright, your purpose is clear, and I know your impact will be great. Congratulations, class of 2025, and as always, long live Elon.
Thank you.